Alright, hello. This is totally going to be an experiment. Welcome to the Masked YouTuber. Hi. Hello. 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 Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola. Hello. 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 Wow, what an intro. So, I'm gonna, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about what I want to be doing with this channel. What I want to be doing here is just dumping a bunch of shit online. That's what I want to be doing, right? I just want to dump a lot of stuff. I want to talk about something and then just kind of watch it and edit it. And when I say edit it, I mean just try to look it as decent as possible and just upload it and see if something happens out of it. Because what I've noticed, and this is generally true for life, is whenever you do anything, right? Whenever you do anything, something happens, right? So whenever you do anything, there's like a action and then there's a reaction as well. And so you do something and you get a reaction, and that's actually the fun of life, really. Wow, there we go. You can put like a siren sound here. So, wow, there you go. There's a topic for this video. It's like the purpose of life. Wow, who knew that I was gonna be talking about this in this video? I certainly didn't know. I had no idea at all, really. So, so I want to just say something that I find really interesting about YouTube is that the concept itself is really interesting. What you can do and what YouTube's allows you to do is sort of record your thoughts, you record your opinions, record the things you would maybe like to say, and maybe things you would like to say in a conversation, maybe in a private conversation with some people. And here you have a platform, and you can put all these things online on a platform, and that's quite interesting. That's something that wasn't possible before. So what you can do is you can actually record your thoughts on some topic, and you can put it online. You can put these thoughts online so that other people can hear them. They can hear what you're saying. They can see you talking as well if you upload video, like I'm not doing. I might someday. Who knows? So, but the interesting thing is you actually get an opportunity to express yourself, and you get an opportunity to express yourself in a way that is actually very different than you would normally have an opportunity to do. Let's say you have something to say. I think most people have something to say, even if you're like a nobody, right? And I think also today society probably judges people too harshly on what it means to be a nobody and what it means to be successful. I don't think money is what makes success truly true. That's a question. But so even if you're, as I said, nobody, well, it doesn't matter if you're nobody. What matters if you're intelligent. What matters is if you're intelligent enough so you can say something that's interesting. And if you can say something that's interesting, maybe somebody would like to hear it. Maybe somebody would like to give you an opinion on it. Maybe somebody would like to comment on that. Maybe somebody would like to actually approach you in real life and ask you something about it, or add something or whatever. Something may happen out of it. And a lot of times in life, I had these situations. A lot of times in life, I had these situations where I would just do something for the sake of wanting to see what's going to happen when I do it, Steve Jobs had a beautiful thing he said once. It was something like he realized when he was young, he realized that the way the world works is that you push something and something else happens out of it. And I think that's the beautiful thing about life. You can push something, right? And something else will sort of pull, right? Something else would get out, right, of the fabric of life. And that's the interesting thing. You can push something and something else will happen, right? So you do A and B happens, right? You don't know what is B going to be. Sometimes you're able to predict, and that's interesting. For some things, especially let's say for business strategy, right? So if you want to do business strategy. So for business strategy, it's really interesting. For business strategy, you can predict things. You can predict to, well, at least you actually want to predict things, right? For business strategy, you want to sort of say, well, you know what, I want to sort of, I don't know, let's say I want to sell a lot of this product. So what should I do to sell a lot of this product? And then you think about it, right? And maybe you have a team of people who's thinking about it, and they all sort of just dwell on it. They use their knowledge, they use their experience, they use the experience of all the other people, which is the knowledge you learn in school and so on. And they use all these things to come up with solutions with what could you do in order to achieve a certain goal that you want to do. So what you're trying to do as a business, you're trying to sort of predict the future or make it a future. I think there was a CEO that said that. I'm not sure who was it. I don't know who was it, but he said something like this. He said like, if you make the future, you don't have to predict it. And that's pretty smart. So yeah, that's true. If you make the future, you don't have to predict it. So that's generally what businesses want to do. Businesses want to create the future. They want to have people do a certain thing that is in line with what the business wants to happen, which is mostly sell more products, get more customers, make more business and so on, grow more locations and so on. But generally it goes down to that. So the businesses, they want to predict the future, and they want to do stuff that's going to sort of have a certain impact, that's going to have an impact, that's going to have a result, which is in line with their mission and their vision and so on. And that's cool, that's pretty cool. But for people, and I think people want to do that too, to a certain extent. People also want to do exactly that, I think to a certain extent people also want to predict the future. People like things that are predictable. People like things that are not scary. People like things where they can do a certain thing and they can expect a certain result out of that thing. So this is something that people generally sort of really like, and a lot of what our culture is, and a lot of what our sort of communities are, and a lot of what it being a human and living in a human civilization is actually trying to be very predictable, is actually trying to really create a system where you would know what's going to happen when you do things. So I think in a lot of ways humans are kind of scared of the unknown. But I have to say something. I think the unknown is where the magic happens. The unknown is where the interesting things are. Really. That's where the interesting things are. It's the unknown. It's the things that you don't know what's going to happen after them. You just do something and then something else happens, right? And that can be exciting. That can be really exciting. In fact, I've been a lot of my life, I've been somebody that kind of actually tried to control a lot of things. And so, in a lot of situations and for a lot of, times, I actually wanted to be able to predict what's going to happen. I wanted to be in control. I wanted to be the person that can actually plan their life. They can actually sort of make a plan and then have that plan happen and sort of just. But there's a limit to that. There's a really big limit to that. And the limit to that is you can only get what you can think of. And even if you're the most creative person in the world, your creativity, your imagination is really limited to pretty much your experience, actually. So that's not what you want. What you want is something else. That's not what you want. You want to be able to